Hey Cancer, welcome to Wild Pearl Tarot. Today we're going to be doing a timeless reading for you, so whenever you see this, that's when it was meant to find you. And that being said, of course, be real with yourself. Not every reading is for every Cancer. We're going to start with a mudra card, and this is an oracle deck that allows you both like a verbal affirmation and a physical one with your hands. So let's see what message comes out for you today. If you'd like for me to pray for you, say hi in the comments section. I encourage everybody else to jump in there too. Prayer lifts us up, lifts you up. And even if you're shy and you just want to leave an emoji, you're welcome to do that. It's just something that we can focus on that represents your energy. We start with a message of, this is interesting, the upper hand, keep cool. And you simply go like this and put your hand around it with the thumb tucked in like that. The upper hand, keep cool. Let's see what the affirmation is. I master my life using a cool head and a big heart. First, let off steam by drumming your fist several times into the palm of your right hand. Okay. Yeah, we've seen that. Yes, we know what that looks like. Like you're going to knock somebody out. Why do we do this? That's an interesting thing. Yeah. I mean, it's very natural, right? When you want to hit something. Whilst performing the mudra, imagine yourself under a cold shower, which gives you a good cooling off. Then take your time to consider carefully what you can do to change things and avoid future flare-ups. There's always a way. Have a good look at it. Wow. So this is all around kind of outbursts. So I wonder, I mean, right off the bat, we know which Cancer we're talking to, right? So I like that there's no guesswork there. Let's see what comes out for you in tarot. We're going to do this in two parts. First, we're going to be asking what's coming towards you, and then we're going to be asking what you can do about it, right? We'll be getting some oracle in there too, if it feels right. If you haven't yet, please hit the like button. Please consider subscribing if this is your second or third or fourth or fifth time here, and might as well join the family. All right, Cancer, what's coming towards my Cancer? Which we need to know about? Whoa, right away. Oh, I like that energy. I'm going to get a couple cards out, then we'll get a bigger picture when we unpack them. But I want to get a couple cards. They're like really flying for you this morning. So we only take the cards that fly because it feels like it's like a living conversation with tarot. So rather than a real strict, I'm such a Pisces, but you're my water cousin, my water brother, sister out there. So you understand, like sometimes structured environments are not the best for us. Flipping but not flying is the star card. We're just going to take that as a note, a footnote. Beautiful. Okay, so as dramatic as our oracle card was, we actually have some real positive cards flying out. What's this? Page of Wands. Bear with me, please. I'd like to get a bigger picture. And what's this Four of Cups for my Cancer at this time? Wow, you got the moon. In clarity to the moon, you got the sun. Okay. I'm kind of a silver linings reader, so I'm going to be very honest, and I will be honest in a loving way, but I'm never going to leave you high and dry with bad news. We're always going to look at what else there is, the bigger picture, instead of through a keyhole, right? This is awesome. Okay. Okay, listen, I can't tell you if this is a relationship or a career. This is a different energy. You're going straight to victory, and there's something really positive around here, having to do with generosity or reciprocity. Let's start here. So this is the energy. You guys are all going through different scenarios, but we start with this really open-minded card. This is a page of the Page of Wands. Now, sometimes pages are younger people. They can be teenagers, or they can be, so some of you guys might be dealing with your kids or somebody young around here. And if they're not a person, then they're actually kind of a frame of mind, an approach to something. And this is kind of a enthusiastic, very energetic. You can see why it's kind of associated with teenagers, and open-minded. energy. Now, in stark contrast, it's right next to the King of Swords. And the King of Swords is somebody in the picture here, could be you or somebody else, that is very the opposite. Like, they've lived some life, they've lived through some battles. They're all about getting down to truth, brass tacks, as so to speak, and they are not making decisions emotionally. Excuse me. Big communicators, big boundary creators. And we have, I think the reason that we've got this mentality popping up is that we got the Seven of Cups, and this could carry illusion. It's basically a lot of options. And when we are placed in positions with a lot of options before us, it's with the King of Swords wisdom that we make the right choice, because this swirling around in this kind of effervescent possibility is some really good options and then some really bad ones. You know, all that glitters is not gold. When you look closer, some of these cups hold treasure, some of them hold serpents. And so it feels, the energy feels like there's a possibility, like something has landed as either a direction or a project. It lives in the world of action. And it feels like, it almost feels like there's these energies approaching you with an idea or a possibility. With the Knight of Wands here, that's more enthusiastic, fiery energy. Okay. And we've got this discerning energy here of the King of Swords. It seems that an offer is on the table and there's an apathy attached to it. This is a really interesting storyline, because when I ask more about this offer that one is not interested in taking, it's kind of a ho-hum vibe, right? I'm like, I'm not really feeling pressed to do that. We get the Sun and the Moon. So it feels like something that's hidden is being revealed, right? This feels like, let me get another card out here. What this feels like is something's being offered, an idea, a project. Let's go for it. Let's do this. And the other energy, which I believe is for a lot of you Cancers, you're the King of Swords, is like, I don't know about that. Let me think about that. I don't know. And you're looking at like the black and white, the strategy that you're analyzing, right? But as you look further, it looks like this actually, let's see. I think there's a lot of fear that it could be the wrong choice, that it could lead you down kind of an exhausting path. What an interesting, what is this storyline? Either this is a past experience that has lent to this situation, but it feels like almost gossip or finding something out online has led to a harsh ending. And then it could have been sudden, but it was a hard ending, and it was like a dead stop, this ending. So it was most likely within a relationship or a role in a company, or and I think it gave you great vision with what possibly can go wrong. But in this case, it led to greater perspective, one that you'll never lose. And so it's with that perspective, I think, that you're approaching this situation. So you know what I mean about, like, it's not a love reading necessarily. This is not focusing on love. Although we do have an Ace of Cups, but this isn't specifically focusing down on career. This is kind of like a mentality so far. What's this Hierophant? So we now have a switch up in your energy. The energy changes pretty much at the end of what I was just saying, that sudden ending. I think that talk took you there. This could have been a tough lesson around the way that gossip can can travel, and it can turn relationships upside down. The way that their misunderstandings or communication can lead to harsh endings. And then we have this change in energy because perspective, really solid insight was taken from that. And there's almost a very slow energy to this. This is like sitting with a perspective and then a totally big, like a really big leveling up with the Judgment card. The Judgment card isn't subtle. This is a life change. This is switching up how you're doing things. And then we've got in your sector of like belief systems and what you commit yourself to. Now that could be groups of people like a church or tarot groups, communities. It could also be like the way you conduct yourself within relationships you commit to. We have the Ace of Cups. So this is a brand new offer, an emotional offer that is coming towards you. This oftentimes takes the, I love it, at the bottom of the deck is the Ace of Cups or Ace of Wands. This can be a relationship or it can be something creative. It's something that fills your cup, right? Your emotional self. Those flew out funny. And the second time you've gotten the Four of Swords. So there's this real quiet energy. I feel like this is the opposite of spontaneous, the opposite of impulsive, but you're making new plans because something's breaking through in your commitments sector and your belief systems. And it's going to twinkle like with possibility. It's going to make you start new plans. It's going to give you fresh perspective, probably really needed, where you're looking out kind of at this horizon of what's possible and things, ideas, possibilities, little actions are starting to change. Like maybe you're getting into some new habits. Maybe you're realizing, oh, I need to start doing this with my schedule or this with my habits in order to facilitate this. There's strength here too. And I think, what is this strength about? Yep, strength to overcome any kind of heartbreak around your commitments. There you go. You got the Hierophant twice now. So I think you experienced somebody breaking that commitment. You experienced an entity or a group breaking that commitment where you were loyal. And so it's with a bit of suspicion or even, what's the word I'm looking for, you guys? It's like hesitation, but it's like cynicism a little bit, but well-earned cynicism that you're looking at this fresh energy coming at you at the very beginning of the reading. Okay, so that's a storyline that a lot of us have experienced, right? But needless to say, this is actually promising you reciprocity. So now it's kind of starting to look like what you commit to. This is definitely a frame of mind, right? Like it's a relationship with what you commit yourself to and how to deal with others not respecting that. How do you move forward when you feel jaded? And we have the Six of Pentacles, which is reciprocity, generosity, giving and also receiving in a safe manner, and then victory. Another Six of Wands. Yeah, so the sixes in tarot kind of have this feeling of you've arrived, you know, they have a feeling of completion after the fives. The fives, they can be, this is the Five of Pentacles. You experienced lack, scarcity. You've experienced rejection. And the fives are challenges. The sixes, that's when those challenges round out. They come to a little bit of a peaceful conclusion, you know, and you can't rest on your laurels too long, but you've earned this. We have another Six of Cups now. All these cups, or excuse me, all these sixes. This is, I would encourage you, now we're kind of going into the part of our reading where we're going to talk about what to do about it. So if this is like hitting a nerve, it feels like it's resonating, but it's kind of like, well, yeah, but what now? I would say take a moment for gratitude. And it's something that we're all familiar with, but we forget day to day. And consider walking through good memories. Consider your healthy relationships, friendships, family relationships that have lent so much positivity, laughter, good memories, because there's something for you to discover in that. This is a time with all these sixes. We've got 1, 7, and this 7 is a place of analyzing, kind of taking a break and looking at everything. It's self-analysis, and it's wondering, like he's leaning on a shovel. He's looking at all the work he's done, all the effort he's put into something right now up until this point. And he's asking himself one question: do I do it differently moving forward? Is this enough? Is this harvest, now that everything's blossomed, is this harvest enough for me? And do I need to change something? Or do I keep on going the way I've been going? You've got so much positivity swirling around, and it's almost like you've reached almost a full circle, almost a full circle. You've certainly reached a point halfway through where you're like, wow, the worst is over. And really observing that the worst is over, and you can give yourself a little bit of a breather. Because from that place, you're going to hit a growth spurt. The Page of Pentacles welcomes new information, adaptability, flexibility. You've already gone through a place of rigidity, and that was just to keep yourself safe. Now it's time to become flexible again. So I want to ask Tarot, and this is a funny question, but I want to ask, how does the beginning of our reading touch the end of our reading? Like, how does it looping back together? Because we start with these energies coming towards you, with all these possibilities, and sometimes these are illusions, so one has to be discerning. And I feel that it's kicked off, almost triggered a part of you that is like cynical based on the past. But then we are ending with such possibility and this wonderful place of it's safe to move forward. So how it's moving, or how it connects, is the Emperor. This is a leader. Also, this is somebody who's truly in charge of their life. This is also setting an example for others. And he has enough. Not because it just so happens it worked out for him, but because he declares it. He declares, I have enough, and he makes it happen. So it's control. It's reaching a place of control. And I can't help but think about our very first card today, which was the upper hand. Keep it cool. Because that's the person who does have the upper hand in this situation, is the one who keeps their head on, even if they want to pop off. All right, you guys, I'm going to draw one more card for you just to close up the reading. I hope this has been helpful for you. And we're going to do, this is the Divine Feather Messenger deck. And I want to leave you off with kind of a general message about it all. Something to consider in light of all this, Cancer. We have the message of the magpie. Reevaluate, that is our Seven of Pentacles. Your priorities. It is time to let go of what you no longer need. All right, you guys, sending you off with love and light. Thank you for joining me. Consider liking and subscribing if you haven't yet. Bye-bye.